Sometimes it can be challenging to identify specific behaviors that are not in line with self-respect, and even more difficult to assertively stand up for yourself when those behaviors occur. That's why we've compiled a list of 12 common behaviors that a person with self-respect will never tolerate. By watching this and reflecting on how these behaviors may have shown up in your own life, you can become more empowered to set and maintain healthy boundaries in all of your relationships. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to stay updated with our latest videos. Controlling behavior. A person with self-respect knows their own worth and values their independence and autonomy. They will not tolerate someone trying to control or manipulate them. This includes everything from dictating what they wear, where they go, or who they see. An example of controlling behavior could be a partner who doesn't allow their significant other to spend time with friends or family or tries to dictate how they spend their money. Dismissive behavior. A person with self-respect values their opinions and feelings and will not tolerate being dismissed or belittled by others. This can include anything from ignoring someone's ideas or feelings to making sarcastic comments or treating someone as if their thoughts or emotions don't matter. An example of dismissive behavior could be a boss who consistently ignores an employee's input in meetings or belittles their suggestions. Unreliability. A person with self-respect values reliability and dependability in others and will not tolerate those who are consistently unreliable. This could include anything from being late for appointments or breaking commitments to not following through on promises. An example of unreliability could be a friend who consistently cancels plans at the last minute or a coworker who doesn't complete their assigned tasks on time. Inconsistent behavior. A person with self-respect values stability and consistency in their relationships and will not tolerate those who are unpredictable or inconsistent. This could include anything from mood swings or inconsistent communication to a lack of commitment or follow-through. An example of inconsistent behavior could be a partner who is attentive and caring one day and distant or uninterested the next. Lack of boundaries. A person with self-respect values their own boundaries and will not tolerate those who consistently cross them. This includes anything from physical boundaries to emotional boundaries, such as being able to say no to something they don't want to do or not being comfortable with certain topics of conversation. An example of a lack of boundaries could be a friend who consistently shares personal information without permission or a partner who invades their personal space without respect. Discrimination. A person with self-respect values equality and will not tolerate discrimination based on gender, race, religion, or any other factor. This includes everything from overt discrimination, such as making derogatory comments or jokes, to more subtle forms of discrimination, such as excluding someone from opportunities based on their background. An example of discrimination could be a coworker who consistently makes sexist or racist comments or a landlord who refuses to rent to someone based on their religion or sexual orientation. Disrespectful behavior. A person with self-respect understands that they deserve to be treated with respect and dignity, and will not tolerate behavior that is disrespectful or dismissive. This can include being talked down to, being made to feel inferior, or having their boundaries disregarded. For example, a person with self-respect would not tolerate a partner who consistently talks over them or belittles their ideas. Abuse. Physical, emotional, or verbal abuse is never acceptable and can have serious negative impacts on a person's mental and physical well-being. A person with self-respect will not tolerate any form of abuse from others, and may take steps to remove themselves from the situation. For example, a person with self-respect would not tolerate being physically or emotionally abused by a partner or family member. Manipulation. A person with self-respect values honesty and transparency in relationships, and will not tolerate manipulative behavior from others. This can include guilt-tripping, lying, or being coerced into doing something they don't want to do. For example, a person with self-respect would not tolerate a friend who tries to manipulate them into loaning them money. Betrayal. A person with self-respect values loyalty and trust, and will not tolerate being betrayed by someone they care about. This can include infidelity, sharing personal information without permission, or breaking a promise. For example, a person with self-respect would not tolerate a partner who cheats on them. Gaslighting. Gaslighting is a form of emotional manipulation where the abuser tries to make the victim doubt their own reality. A person with self-respect knows their own truth and will not tolerate someone trying to control their perception of it. For example, a person with self-respect would not tolerate a boss who tries to blame them for something they didn't do. Neglect. A person with self-respect values their own needs and will not tolerate being neglected by others. This can include being consistently ignored or being made to feel unimportant. For example, a person with self-respect would not tolerate a partner who consistently forgets important dates or doesn't make time for them. The behaviors listed here are just a few examples of what a person with self-respect will not tolerate. By recognizing and standing up against these behaviors, you are showing that you value yourself and your well-being. Remember, you have the power to choose who you allow in your life and how they treat you. Don't be afraid to let go of toxic people and situations in order to prioritize your own self-respect. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment below, and subscribe to our channel for more videos.